I'm Michael Patterson with Mind Grant Consulting. I'd like to take just a couple of minutes to talk about why I think the arts are so cognitively stimulating and why they make such a good topic for cognitive activities. The father of neuroaesthetics, which is a new science that's come out of neuroscience and that looks specifically at the arts, a guy named Semir Zeki has made the point that when you ask the question, what are the arts for? He says from his point of view, that's the wrong question to be asking. The question that you need to be asking is, for example, what is sound for? If you're talking about music, don't say what is the purpose of music, say what is the purpose of sound. If you're talking about another domain like the visual arts, the significant question is what is the purpose of visual systems? Why do we as human beings have visual systems? Why do we have auditory systems, and so on? And the answer to that is because that is how we interpret what is going on in the outside world. We can only know when their danger is coming towards us if we can see it, if we can hear it. If we can only do one, that we get less information than if we can do both. So visual information, auditory information is extremely important to us. And my theory is that we enjoy the arts because the brain is programmed to reward us when we do the type of activity that makes those systems stronger and that makes those systems more precise. So the fact that we, for example, love listening to music and we love making music, I think it's because the brain is programmed to say, this is a great activity. You should do more of this. You should do it because it will make your sense of hearing much better, and you'll be able to be safer in the world, and you'll be able to get more of what you want. So that's the basic idea. You can kind of extrapolate that out to each of the different arts, and we explain this more in our book, Cognitive Activity Design. So let me leave it at that. Thanks, Roger.
Yeah, that's a good first phrase. Look right in the camera and do that.
Okay, you ready?
Yep. Just a second. Say the Olympic champion and then say, hi, I'm Michael Patterson. Tell them who you are.
I'd like to talk about the Olympic champions of memory. Hi, I'm Michael Patterson with Mind Grant Consulting. A while back, I wrote an essay called the Olympic Champions of Memory. And the idea there was, I have a background as an actor, and I was thinking about this, and it occurred to me, in today's modern world, who are the people who really use memory? We have so many devices now that we can, help us with our memory that we don't really memorize a lot of stuff, except for actors. Actors have to memorize an entire script. If you're doing a Shakespeare play, you've got tons and tons of language that you have to memorize. How do actors do it? How do they do it? What I came up with and what I think is the important lesson here is that actors use a whole variety of different layers of memory. You come at the same memory from a lot of different ways. When I was studying a script, I would look at the book, look at the script, and I would read it over and over and over again. So one thing that's happening is repetition. Repetition is obviously important. But secondly, I'm hearing myself say the words. So I'm getting an auditory response. I'm actually looking at the book where it is on the actual script. I think I would even remember things. If I got to a point where I wasn't sure of a line, I could actually visualize the place on the book, on the script that it existed, and that would trigger a memory. When you're working with other actors, they will be giving you cues, a cue line, so their words and their actions will trigger your memory. When you're doing a script and rehearsing it, you go through blocking. You figure out, okay, on this line, I had this emotion that I'm feeling. There's this intention that I'm going to do. I'm going to cross the room. I'm going to pick up this object. So the memories get associated with those actions, with those emotions. Any one of these things can help trigger the memory of what comes next. And the memories tend to be put together in a sequence, like a train of boxcars. You've got one beat, which is a acting term where you say sort of one little chunk of meaning. You get one beat, it's attached to the next boxcar, and so on and so on. So each one sort of stimulates recall of the next one coming. The point for those of us who want to improve our memory is to pay attention to the sights, the sounds, the smells, the movements, the emotions that are attached to this. The more you can do and put into a memory, the more likely you are to recall it. You too can become an Olympic champion of memory.